Welcome to the All the Stuff podcast, where we jam about money, clutter, and food, and the real stuff under this stuff. Join me, Lisa Carpenter, your resident food coach, along with my co-hosts, money coach Jen Turrell and clutter coach Lisa Sharp, as we help you release what's weighing you down and heal your relationship with food, money, and clutter from the inside out.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the All the Stuff podcast, where we jam about clutter and money and food and pretty much everything that falls in between those things. We talk about all the stuff. I am one of your hosts, Lisa Sharp, your clutter expert, and I'm here with Jen Turrell, your money expert, and Lisa Carpenter, your food and nutrition expert. And today we're going to do something kind of timely. We're going to talk about holiday stress. And we're sort of laughing before we're hitting the record button today because I personally am a little bit stressed today. So I showed up to our call this morning sort of like, oh. So we're going to talk about stress, how to deal with it, and letting go. Okay, let's all just take a collective breath. Lisa Carpenter.
I love this time of year.
Start us off.
I love this time of year. It brings up all the feels, the good, the bad, the ugly, the like get out of my face feels. Managing stress. So right now, the irony is I'm in the middle of hosting a 5-day challenge on how to navigate food and feelings during the holidays. And I didn't actually schedule in time for this challenge. So I'm supposed to be live streaming every day, and I'm literally looking at my calendar going, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. So I'm just kind of rolling with it. It's officially now, what's the date today? The 13th?
I believe so.
Yeah. I bought one box from Amazon that came yesterday that honestly included two things for me that I cracked open because I felt like I needed a present. Which is
good start.
Yeah,
there's reality for you.
So
I love it.
I personally love this whole idea of, letting go of the things that I can't control. Like my 5-year-old who seems to be in a month of meltdowns. Took him for a haircut the other day, and literally he screamed up the driveway to this lady's house, 30 minutes in the house, and it was just that I gotta just let go. I have to just let go. And I think that, in the holiday season and at other times of the year, we so desperately want to hold on because it's like anger and frustration and rage. They're powerful emotions. They almost feel good. They feel so bad, right? They're almost like indulgent. And there's a part of me that wants to hold on to that, the anger, the frustration, the da-da-da. But the truth is, like, nothing good comes when I hold on to it. I end up arguing with my kids more. I end up fighting with my spouse. Like, nothing actually good comes of it. So I am really practicing, especially right now. I've been going to bed earlier. I was in bed by 8 o'clock last night.
Nice.
Yeah, I woke up this morning. I was feeling just tired, so I skipped the gym and stayed in bed and gave myself some indulgent time. And I have to practice what I preach. I can't let the holidays and the stress of it take me down, because the truth is every year, everything gets done. Every year I let go of more stuff. I was going to send, cards to clients and colleagues. They're going to be New Year's cards now. They might be Happy Valentine's Day cards, because I can express gratitude to people at any time in my life. So that's something I'm definitely putting down and letting go of. So that's kind of where I'm at. Just, I want to ride out the final couple weeks of the year. I've got lots on my plate, and how can I do it from a place of more ease? And, even Lisa Sharp and I last night, we canceled an appointment. We had to jam with a girlfriend we were really looking forward to connecting with. And it was just that, you know what, this isn't feeling good. And it's not that I don't want to connect with both of you, but there's so much stuff going on. I really just need that time to chill out, finish what I need to finish, and let it be. And, good friends, they're always going to be there.
Totally.
Like, they will, right? So how about you, Jen Turrell? How are you managing holiday stress right now?
So. I realized that this week is the last week of kids in school, so on Friday
I realized I have no nanny anymore. So when the kids are out of school, I know that sounds like, but I'm so used to defaulting, well, we just have the nanny.
Yeah.
Cool, not a big deal for the older boys.
Right.
And I'm like, I didn't take any time off. I looked at Macy, I'm like, did you take time off? What are we going to do with Jake? So stay tuned for that whole debacle. Anyways, carry on.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to pretty much get everything done this week that needs to be done before the end of the year. So one way I'm dealing was, you guys, if you're watching the video, you just saw a dog hop in my lap a second ago. Massive dog. I now have dog hair all over this black shirt because she's blonde.
That's cool.
Always nice, but that's okay. I'm having lots of dog snuggles. Yeah, mostly, I don't know, this has been such a crazy year. Do you ever get kind of, it's not exactly shell-shocked, but just like so much stuff's happened that each new thing that comes is just kind of like, oh, okay.
Oh, great.
House guests arriving tomorrow to record for Friday.
All right.
Christmas party on Sunday, and I was supposed to invite some of my kids' friends, and I forgot to put the invites in the bags, and yeah, so I don't know if any of them are coming. I've invited other people. And then, you know, we're like closing down the ranch business and wrapping that up completely and tying the bow on it. And, but you know what's weird? I don't feel super stressed. I just feel this sort of, I feel kind of adrift a little, if anything. So each day I make a list and I'm trying to do what's on the list and, just doing the best I can. At least I did do some very big shops, though. So I did go online and bought a bunch of stuff from just a couple places. Most of my family members are getting something like this with my kids' drawings on it because we did a Redbubble site for them. So sorry to let you guys know if you're any family members who are watching this. You'll probably get clock, mugs, bedspreads, T-shirts with my kids' drawings because I think the kids are so awesome, and I'm sure you all do too, right? But I tried to keep it simple. I made my list for if people want to buy me anything on Amazon wish list. Very simple.
We're definitely keeping presents simple this year. I like to give experiences. I think I've talked about that before. So it's kind of thinking, okay, what do I need to do? So this is what I mean. Like, I can get caught up in all the stuff there is to do, but there really isn't a lot of stuff to do. That's kind of an old story. Mm-hmm. And for me this year as well, it's looking at, so I've been looped into an old mindset and I've become very conscious of that, right? So the past couple of Christmases have been very stressful for me. And I think I talked about this on one of our earlier podcasts. It's like Christmas is coming and I'm like, no, I need 2 more months. I need 3 more months. I just need a few more minutes and then my business will be okay and I'll feel okay. So I've kind of always gone into Christmas, at least the past couple of years, with this feeling of lack or scarcity, anxiety, like how am I going to pay for Christmas? And things are really, really different for me this year, but I'm finding I'm still getting hooked and it's just not the same. So the truth is, like, I was looking like, has really anything changed in my bank account, yada, yada, but it's the mindset around it because my business is just growing so rapidly right now. I'm not worried about money, but yet I'm still getting that kind of trigger and that emotion is still coming up for me. And I realize that I'm not wanting to spend money. 1. 2, I've never gone through Christmas without debting, ever. So you guys know that I'm committed to no more debting. So then it's like this, if I put something on my credit card, I have to immediately then pay it. So this is all new for me. So there's a lot of newness, and that's really at the root of what's creating this kind of anxiety or stress for me. And I'm having to really breathe through it, stay conscious, recognize, that it's just uncomfortable because it's new. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that.
I think that's a good point, though. I think we are used to getting stressed about the holidays.
Yeah.
We don't need to. I mean, that's a good thing to let go of, is the stress. And I kind of feel like once my kids are off school, I did block off because I'm like, I can't get that much done with both kids at home. So, so that's how I'm taking it. But Lisa Sharp, I think we need to get to you because you're the one who came onto the Zoom. A bit of a flurry. How are things going for you?
I think it's so funny, because I'm a professional organizer. People always think that I have my shit together, which is really funny. And that everything is always organized and everything is always done. And, I'm on top of everything. And it's just not the truth. I am very organized, but I get behind just like everybody else does. And so I have done no shopping. Nada. So, I have that to do, and we do everything online. So like I know what sort of a time buffer I have that I have to do this, and then I have a list and everything, but I haven't actually executed it. Mm-hmm. And this morning I was, looking at the rest of the month, in terms of work. What do I have to do for the rest of the month? And I started like, I could just feel that pressure building, and I was like, oh my God, I got all this stuff to do. And I was really whipping myself up into a tizzy, but I know myself well. And I'm like, okay, Lisa, get a grip. How many of these things do you actually have to do? Like, that's always my like, really? Do you have to do this? Because like 9 times out of 10, these are self-imposed deadlines. It's not just Christmas, right? I mean, Christmas is obviously a deadline, or Hanukkah. But in terms of like the other stuff that I have to do, it's all self-imposed. These are all goals that I had set for myself. These are all things that I chose to do. And that now I'm sort of letting that dictate how I'm feeling. And really I have total control over that. So I was like, okay, just do the thing in front of you. And that's always my mantra, is just like, if I start pulling back and focusing on everything that I have to do, I'll just freeze. And I think most of us are like that. Mm-hmm. So that's when I start getting into that like blind panic mode. I'm like, okay, what do you have to do in the next hour? What do you have to do this morning? What needs to be done by the end of today? And like, what are the things that are contingent upon one another? Like, maybe I don't need to go do this whole big project, but if I don't start this one aspect of it, these other things won't be able to happen on time. So that could be the potential bottleneck for something. So I'm always thinking like, okay, if I just do 30 minutes of this activity, then these other things can happen. And then I can get my pajamas on and pour a glass of wine, like make bargains with myself all day long, especially this time of year. I'm like, yeah. And that's my internal thing. Like, if I can get my pajamas on, I'll be all right. And so like, this time of year, I'm like bra off, bottle, or, thing of wine, got my pajamas on, and it's like 5. Like, I'm done. Awesome. I'm done.
So I think it is good to think about what things are real hard and fast deadlines. Because like for me, Thursday's a hard and fast deadline if I want to get a different insurance policy this year, which I kind of do. I mean, I think I do. Yeah. Because we're switching our business model. We're going from a ranch to just being self-employed now, and I've registered on healthcare.gov, and I have made it through the application right to the end where you hit submit, and then I got this thing saying, our system is having a problem, like, please call, blah, 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 and here's your application number, and blah, blah, blah. So if nothing happens, I will still have insurance. We'll just roll over again our high deductible policy that we had as a small business, but really I feel like I should shift it into something new now that our circumstances have changed. But so like if you are getting healthcare, this will probably go out after November 15th, but we're recording it before. So November 15th is a hard and fast deadline for that. End of the year, if you're trying to expense things out, some contributions depending on what kind of 401k/IRA type things you have. Some of them you have to make before the end of the year. Some aren't till April 15th. So make sure you know what kind of plan you have. But, so there are a few things, like if you need to make some adjustments to your finances before the end of the year, the 31st is the deadline for those. But most other things, and at opening, if you have Christmas presents, Hanukkah, whatever. But it's true, most other things I think we think of as wanting to close out the year, which is really good. Like I love tying up loose ends before I close out the year. But a lot of them, nobody will die if you don't, right?
I think it's really important this time of year as well, and I know that I do this in my business, is a lot of people are trying to shove things in between things, right? I got 30 minutes here, I got 20 minutes here, and I think there's something to be said for where can you create a significant amount of white space for this time of year, where it's like you're giving yourself 3 or 4 hours. And I know that might sound like a pipe dream, but here's what I want to say. If you can get more efficient about your time during the day, like who can you get to drive your kids somewhere so you can reclaim that time? Who can you get to help you cook dinner so you can reclaim that time? And really get honest with yourself about your schedule and how can you find that white space? Because when you can sit down with a significant amount of white space, I'm telling you, you will get so much done faster. It feels like you never get ahead when it's like, 10 minutes here and 15 minutes here. So every week in my business, I have a certain amount of white space, and those are the days where I can do my billing and just the stuff that needs to get done. They're not always fun activities, but that's kind of the way it is, because for me, it doesn't work trying to shove online shopping in between client calls. Like I can't switch gears that way. So that doesn't work for me. And I've had to be really cautious this year because my schedule is quite full. Like I've never been so, full in terms of clients at this time of year. Usually this is kind of a more chill time of year for me, and it's not this year. So that
which is good on the one hand, right?
It's really great. And it's a busy time of year as well because where everybody else is kind of slowing their business down right now, I'm ramping everything up because I'm prepping I'm going to open the doors to my EAT program again on Boxing Day, which do you guys in the States not have Boxing Day? Do you know how many people have come back and said to me, what is Boxing Day? What day is Boxing Day?
I know because my husband's British, but
okay.
Yeah.
It's the day after Christmas,
yeah,
which is like a big shopping day here in Canada. I guess it's like your Black Friday. So it's the 26th, people. I'm opening the doors back up to EAT again temporarily because when I relaunch in January, which is what I'm working on with my VA, the price is increasing, the program is changing, there's a lot of different things changing in it. So this is not like a slumber time for me. It's like, how can I get as much stuff done now to make my life easier down the road? And in saying around, talking about things not working, right? So with the challenge I'm running this week, I went to run some Facebook ads. I was so proud of myself because I learned this program and bang, publish, error code. Error code, error code, right? Like over and over.
Like, you think you're done?
I know. Message them to say like, what's going on? Why am I getting this error code? The challenge has already started now. So like those Facebook ads, so I ended up boosting a post, but they came back and just said, well, it's not us. There's something going on with Facebook. But it was in that moment I could literally like have a tantrum, right? Fight against it or just say, you know what? I guess this is the way it's meant to be. So how can I shift gears? How do I need to adapt? And I made a very conscious choice because, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, I would have had a full-blown temper tantrum that my Facebook ads and, now my challenge is going to fail and on and on.
And make it mean something else. Something bigger than what it is.
What I want to say to everybody, if you're listening, is if it feels hard, be adaptable, let go, and switch directions. Like that's a choice to stay in that place of hard. And like I said, there's a certain amount of like indulgence in having the temper tantrum because I don't think we let ourselves as adults really like freak out, like fully embody it. But there comes
sometimes it feels good to
like,
I'm
getting my pajamas on now. But when you actually decide to not let it be hard and you decide to release the struggle and the fight, it's so much easier because the truth is the fight, like if I had fought against, my Facebook ads, it wasn't going to help anything. Like nothing was going to change except I was going to be in a shitty mood and feeling like the universe was working against me. And I've really gotten to a place where I believe that if something feels really hard, it's my responsibility to let go because I'm being guided in another direction that I don't want to see because I'm so invested in my struggle. So, I know a lot of our listeners aren't running a business and they're like, Facebook ads, who cares? But
we all have our thing.
Like what in your life feels hard right now? And what perspective are you not allowing yourself to see because you're so invested in the tantrum and it being hard?
Yeah.
The internet is hard for me right now. And Lisa, I know you're saying the same thing. I cannot seem to have high speed in it. Like right now, nobody else is home and I can Zoom. But if anyone else is here using any part of my internet,
Yeah.
I'm like, I would pay so much to have genuine, real high speed internet. But I live in rural Arizona. Like I've asked a lot of people, do you have real high speed internet? Can
it's like a secret.
And can you stream TV at the same time? Like,
but the grass is always greener, right? And, and like I live in Atlanta, we live in the city.
You're in a city, okay.
You
should have high-speed internet, right?
When it works, you can stream videos and upload things at the same time all over my house at the same time. No problem.
Okay.
So right now, no, we're having a problem in our neighborhood, so we haven't had internet. So
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes.
But right, and we end up like resorting to using our phones as our like router or whatever.
You know, it's just, you just gotta stay flexible. Yeah, I could have blown a gasket about that this morning, but it's like, is it gonna help? No.
You know, at the same time,
stress me out? What?
When I feel like that, I like to think back to when I was a kid and used to watch the Jetsons. Do you remember that was the first time I ever saw the idea of people talking to each other through a TV screen?
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, that's just so unreal. That would never ever. I mean, I wish.
Yet here we are.
And yet here we are. I mean,
I love it.
It feels like a Jetsons miracle, doesn't it?
It is. It's a Jetsons miracle. It's a Christmas miracle and a Jetsons miracle. That's a good place to wrap up. So.
I was just going to say, when are we going to be able to push the button and get our fully cooked food? Exactly.
I'm waiting on that one. I want lunch. I want the button and the pellet, and it just drops down and it's taken care of.
I'm sorry, my dog just unplugged my computer and she was underneath.
On that note,
right. Here's your holiday madness for you. There's a little dose of reality, right? We're all a work in progress.
Totally. So let us know what's going on in your holiday world, or how it was if you watch this afterwards.
Or, you know, just come into the Facebook group and vent.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, for sure. For sure, yeah. Come over to our Facebook group, and we'll put the link below, and you can just come in. We're always in there, and there are lots of other like-minded people who are also freaking out. Absolutely. Having a good time, melting down, sharing wins, complaining when need be. So come join us over on the Facebook group. We'd love to have you.
And don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review us on iTunes so other people can find us. And just as a total side note, if you're interested in learning more about my EAT program, you can hop on my waitlist at lisacarpenter.ca/waitlist. Pretty straightforward.
That sounds awesome. And I think this is the perfect time of year for you to be doing all of that, because I, like everyone else, am thinking like, okay, is this the year I really get healthy and in shape?
Am I going to get organized, get my finances in order, and lose 20 pounds? Oh, I don't know.
No, but I'm thinking I may actually join Lisa's group this time.
Oh, you should. Totally.
Yeah, I think I should, because I think I'll be out of all of the other courses groups forever.
It's going to be a great time to join, because, like I said, when it opens on Boxing Day, it's going to be significantly. Well, it's going to be at the price it's at right now, and it's going up significantly in the new year, but you'll get all the perks that are coming in the new year, which I'm super pumped about.
Awesome. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment below, as well as go to the Facebook group.
All right, ladies.
Okay, everyone. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Bye.